Hello. So my name is Joella Smith, and today I'm going to be discussing the Eat Right for Your Blood Type diet by Peter Dademo. So Peter Dademo is a naturopathic physician, which is just a healthcare individual, a healthcare professional who focuses more so on nutrition and lifestyle changes to support the body's self-healing and just longevity, um, lifespan and a healthier lifestyle. Um, he studied at Baxter University where he received his master's, and most of his expertise comes from family history as well as just a lot of research. So, what exactly is the blood type diet? So, the blood type diet, of course, is based off of your blood type, and it claims that certain foods can affect each blood type differently. Basically, saying that people or that based on your blood type will determine how your body breaks down certain protein bonds. And the science behind this is just that certain when certain blood types eat certain foods, it can cause agglutination in the bloodstream, which is essentially just clumping of cells, which of course isn't good because that could lead to strokes or heart attacks future later on down the line. So some things that you might want to know before you get into this diet is, of course, this diet can be restrictive, because you're focusing on certain things that you can forget the nutrients and other things, as well as this can lead to nutrition or nutrient deficiencies. Again, being the fact that you're just focusing on other things. So, for example, a person with type A blood might want to focus more so on a vegetarian diet, while a person with type O blood is focused more so on a carnivore diet. So, focusing on a carnivore diet, you might lack the nutrients that you would get in your fruits and vegetables because you're not getting as much of them in. And as well as being on a or vice versa, being on a vegetarian diet, you can lack some of the nutrients that you would receive from your meats and those other proteins because you're not getting as much as those in. And of course, before getting into this diet, you want to just make sure that you consult a healthcare professional. So there are multiple pros and cons to this diet. Some pros include awareness, increased awareness on food choices. Just this diet can help you become more aware and just pay closer attention to the foods that you consume and the foods that you eat. This diet is personalized, so like it leaves room or it leaves less room for guessing. You just kind of know, but because it's based off of your diet, it's based off of your blood type, so it's kind of tailored down to you. Um, it could pro- it could potentially improve digestion, and it can put emphasis on whole foods. The diet promotes consumption of whole foods, unprocessed foods, which can just be good for better eating habits later on down. So there are some cons of this diet. Cons are the diet is highly restrictive. Again, just focusing on other things, you can neglect other food groups when you're focusing on one. It oversimplifies complex nutrition science, basically saying that the interactions between foods, genetics, and overall health is just oversimplified with this diet, just making it seem a lot more simpler than what it is. Potential misinformation, because this diet lacks scientific evidence that it can get you to like, how do I put it? It lacks scientific evidence. Therefore, like there's no hardcore proof that your blood type does affect how your body breaks down certain proteins when so that's a good like thing to know because some people can just think because of their blood type that their body's going to react to this food this way, but that's not always the case. Um, so when it comes to the diets, um, type O wants to focus more so on high proteins, limited grains, and dairy. This is because type O individuals tend to thrive more so on high intensity activity or high physical activity. Um, and because they are such active individuals, it aids their digestion of meats and proteins. So that's why they want to get more of those in. An example meal plan for them would be just for breakfast, like some scrambled eggs with some spinach and a side of berries. For lunch, some grilled salmon with a side salad, and for dinner, grilled chicken, steamed broccoli, and sweet potatoes. All three of those get your protein in as well as getting some vegetables and limiting the dairy as well as grains. An example diet for type A individuals would be more so the vegetarians. This is because um type A individuals are believed to have are believed to have a weakened immune system or a more sensitive immune system. So that's why they want to steer away from red meats. Um and dairy. So their main focus being fruits and vegetables. So an example meal plan for them would be breakfast, oatmeal with berries and almonds that gets them some nuts, that gets them their grains as well as their vegetables or their fruits. For lunch, tofu and vegetable skewers with quinoa salad that gets them their grains as well as the vegetables. And dinner, just some vegetable lasagna, ricotta cheese, tomatoes. So that gets them, of course, more vegetables and their grains as well. Carbs from the pasta. Yeah. Type B individuals, they have it a little bit easier. Their balance is a little bit more, di or their diet is a little bit more balanced than the other two. Um, so their diet includes a little bit of everything, meat, grains, fruits, and vegetables. But they do want to steer away from chicken, pork, corn, wheat, and tomatoes. This is because these foods are said to have caused inflammation and digestive issues within type B individuals. Um, but type B individuals are said to have more of an adaptable digestive system, which is why their diet is more balanced. Um, so an example meal plan for them would be breakfast, yogurt, granola, and fruit. That gives them a little bit of everything. Protein protein, dairy, carbs, fruits. For lunch, having a whole grain or having a turkey and Swiss sandwich on whole grain bread, with a side salad. And then for dinner, baked cod with roasted vegetables. And these vegetables can vary or they can range. And then lastly, but not least, type AB individuals. Now, type AB individuals also have it kind of easy because they're a mix of type A and type B. And being the fact they're a mix of type B, they still have that balanced diet while also wanting to limit the same things that type A limits. So steering away from pork and chicken and smoked meats, caffeine, steering away from those, but still focusing on getting your vegetables and stuff in is also very good. In their grains as well. So an example meal plan for them would be breakfast, tofu scramble with eggs and mixed vegetables. Gives them their dairy, gets them their protein as well as getting their vegetables in. Tuna salad with celery and, or lettuce on rice cakes. Again, also same thing. It gets a little bit of everything in there. And then same thing with dinner, baked chicken with roasted potatoes and steamed green beans gets them a little bit of everything in there. Um, so yeah, that's it for this diet plan. And I hope you enjoyed my presentation.